Hello everyone, welcome to my channel IGCSE and GCSE Math School. This channel posts videos daily on the subject of mathematics to help you pass examinations as Edexcel IGCSE, Cambridge O-Level, GCSE, SAT, CAT, PSAT, NMSQT, such other parallel exams also. Now we have already done several videos on the directed numbers. The topic we are discussing these days is the directed numbers. Today is the last video on the directed numbers. Then we are posting videos daily, therefore stay with us and you can gain vast store knowledge from this channel. Therefore subscribe the channel, stay with the channel, like and share the videos and comment on. Right, we are going to start today's video. Today's video is fractional directed numbers. The last video I did on decimal directed numbers. Today the video is on fractional directed numbers. Now I have done almost 4 videos on the rules operations of directed numbers. I have mentioned the links of all those 4 videos in the description below. Go through those links to those videos and watch them and strengthen your knowledge of mathematics on direct rules operations of directed numbers. Right. Now today's video, we go to straight away to the video. Now we speak of directed numbers. When we learn directed numbers, generally we use only the examples of whole number examples. They discuss the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of whole directed numbers generally. But actually the directed numbers are not only the whole numbers. There are decimal directed numbers that to add, subtract, multiply and divide the decimal directed numbers. Also you have to use the rules of operations of directed numbers. Then in addition to that, now today we are going to discuss the fractional directed numbers. There are to simplify the fractional statements. Also we have to use the rules of operations of directed numbers, because the fractions are also directed numbers. Fractions are also directed numbers. Then today we are going to see how these rules operations of directed numbers can be used to add, subtract, multiply and divide the fractional directed numbers. We will speak of this addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of fractional directed numbers through examples, and there are several examples listed on the board. Now we will see how those can be done by using the rules operations of directed numbers. Right. Now the first one is this: minus 3, 103, minus 2, 103. Now these two numbers are both negative. Two numbers are negative. Both the numbers are negative. Both the fractions are negative. Therefore, these two fractions must be added. The reason is, when the two numbers of the same signs are given in additions and subtractions, you have to add. You have to add. When numbers of the same sign must be added, and the same sign must be placed with the answer. Must be put with the answer. So that is the rule of operation of directed number relating to addition and subtraction of the numbers of the same sign. Here we have got two fractional directed numbers with the same sign. Therefore, those two should be added. Those two should be added and put the same sign, that is negative sign, because the negative is the sign of both these numbers. Right? We will go. Now here, we are going to add this. First of all, I can write this fractions by separating their whole numbers. Here minus 3 and minus 2 are all numbers. We will put these whole parts of the fractions like this: minus 3, minus 2. Then this, you write fractional part separate like this: 3, like this 3. I put here this minus 3 is here obvious, because minus 3 is negative, is given. Therefore, we can say that it came as it is here. Then minus 2 also came. Then how could this 1/3 become minus 1/3, 1/3? Then that is like it's something like it, because this whole thing, this minus sign is the sign for this whole part, 3 1/3. Then if therefore this 3 and 1/3 both are negative. That's why here I wrote minus 1/3. Here also this minus is for this whole fraction 2 1/4. Therefore this 2 is minus and this 1/4 is also minus. That's why when I'm going to take it here. That's why I have written here minus quarter, minus 1/4. Right. Now we go to this one. Then first of all, we can add these to this whole digits. Therefore, minus 3, minus 2, minus 5. Then this one. Then here the two fractions also must be added. They both are also negative. Therefore, they are two numbers of the same sign. Therefore, you have to add those two. And to the same sign, they are also with the fractional result of the addition of these two fractions also. Now here, look at this one here, denominators are different. Therefore, we have to bring the those denominators to a common denominator by finding the LCM of those two. The LCM of those two is 12. Then if it is 12 here, then this converted into 12 by multiplying by 4. This converted into 12 by multiplying by 3. And this also multiplied by 3. This also multiplied by 3. Then it will be here. Common denominator will be 12. You put it as it is. And here you write 1 into 3. 3. And here also you write here also you write 1 into 3, 3, and 4 into 3, 12. Like this. Now we have got the two denominators the same. So therefore, that a common denominator is 12 here, then minus 5 here. Then this minus you get here after adding you are getting here 3 multiplied by 4, therefore 1 multiplied by 4. I'm sorry, I made a mistake now. Then it is our 1 times 4 is 4, right? Then this one. Now, okay, now 12, 12. Then you get here 12, here 12. Then you can add, because these two fractions are both negative, therefore two fractions of the same negative sign must be added. And adding these two fractions, this as the denominators are now the same, they add the numerators 4 plus 3 7. All right, now minus 5 minus 7, again two numbers of difference, and you add those two, then answer will be minus 5 7 over 12. That is the answer of the first one. Now go to the next one, second one. Second one, here you have got two numbers of the same sign. Here the same sign is positive, that is positive half and positive 1/3. Then again the rule is the rule of operations of directed numbers relating to addition of the numbers of the same sign. Now here two direct fractional numbers of the same sign you add, therefore, and the answer also must be positive, because two numbers of the same sign added, the answer must be the same sign, must be with the same sign. Answer also must be with the same sign. Right now here 2 3, then here you get the 2 and 3 different denominators. Therefore we have to find the common denominator, and we have to bring the two fractions to a common denominator, find the LCM of 2 and 3. LCM of 2 and 3 is I think 6. Therefore, to make this 6, we have to put multiplied by 3. May 1 this also is multiplied by 3. Then this to make this 3, 6, you have to multiply by 2 and multiply this numerator also by 2. Right. Now here I have got here 1 times 3 is 3. Then here 6. Then here you get 1 times 2 is 2. Here is also 6. Right. Now you have got two fractions of the same denominator. Therefore, you have to add the numerators as the two fractions are of the same sign. The rule applying to that as the fractions have the same sign is the numbers have the same sign are added and put the same sign the answer. Therefore, now we add 6 numerator, then common denominator is 6. Therefore, you can add the numerators along 3 plus 2, 5. Then answer is plus because we have two positive numbers have been added together. Right. Now you go to the next one. In the next one, there's a difference here. There are two numbers of different signs. Then the rule of addition and subtraction of directed numbers to the numbers having different signs is the two numbers are subtracted and put the sign of the larger number in the answer. Right now you see here. Then this, if this 5.5 is greater than 3.5, so therefore you subtract 3.5 from 5.5 and put the sign of the larger fraction, that is 5.5, with the answer. That is, answer of this must be negative. Right. We can determine the answer that even before sum is worked out. You can determine the answer by applying the rules that we have learned, that is in the first video of the rules of operation of directed numbers. I have mentioned the link of that in this the description of this video. Go to the link and watch that if you haven't watched that, and come to this video. Right now, go to this one, minus 5, 1 over 2. Then we will go to work out this example. Then minus 5 we write again as we did in this case, the two whole digits here, whole parts of the two fractions. Here the whole part of the fraction is a mixed fraction. One part is whole, other part is fractional. Mixed fraction, one part is whole, other part is fractional. Whole part of the first fraction is minus 5, right, like separate. Then whole part of the second fraction is plus 3. Right. Then what you have to do is this next. Then here there is another fractional part of this whole. This negative sign is for this whole 5.5. 5 is negative, therefore half is also negative. Write that negative half is. Now the whole of this fraction 3 and 1/4, sorry, 3 and 1/3, otherwise 3 1 over 3 is positive fraction. Then this 3 has already been taken with minus 5, and this is left is 1/3 out of this positive fraction. That 1/3 is also positive because this positiveness is for this whole fraction. Therefore 3 is positive, 1 over 3 is also positive. Therefore write positive 1 over, right. Okay. Now we will see in this one. Now we can subtract these two. If you subtract these two and put the sign of the larger number, that is negative 2. Now you come to this one. Then here you get 1 over. Then what happened to this one? This one here negative sign. Then this one, we find the LCM. Here as the denominators are different, we find the LCM of these two denominators to find a common denominator for those two fractions. What is the LCM of 2 and 3? It must be 6, I think. Therefore, you write here to find this, convert this into LCM, you multiply this by 3. To convert this into LCM, that is 6. That is 6. This 3 must be multiplied by 2. Then this denominator is multiplied by 2. This numerator is also multiplied by 2. And denominator is multiplied by 3. This numerator also is multiplied by 3. Then accordingly, then the fractions will be after adjusting the with the common denominator. Here 6, 3 here plus 6, 2, like that. Now you have got in two fractions of different signs again. Here the minus 2 here. Then now you got here these two fractions. What is greater? What is greater? Now what is greater is this one, because this the denominators are the same. Then we have to consider the numerator to compare two fractions to determine what is greater, what is smaller. Then here this fraction is more greater. Therefore, definitely the after adding these two parts, answer must be negative. Definitely after adding these two parts, answer must be negative. And actually here what we have to do is not addition, and subtraction, because here there are two fractions of different signs. You have to subtract. You have to subtract this from this. Then what is left is here minus. Then 3 minus 2 means 1. 1 over 6. 1 over 6 is left negative. Now here negative 2 and negative 1 over 6, two numbers of the same sign. You add them together, then you get again what? According to the rule operation of directed numbers related to addition subtraction of the numbers having the same sign, then minus 2 minus 1, after adding this you get minus 2 1 over 6, right? That is also done. Go to this one, next one, fourth one. We have got two fractions, but with some brackets. First of all, you have to multiply these two, and this sign multiplication has been done by in our first video on roots operations of directed numbers. In the multiplication part, when you multiply signs, plus into plus equals plus, minus into minus equals plus, minus into plus equals minus. Then that is the way of multiplying signs. Here minus into minus, therefore is plus. Therefore here you can write this minus 6 1 over 4 plus 3 2 over 5. Remove brackets by multiplying negative sign outside by the negative sign inside. Negative sign inside. By multiplying the negative sign outside by negative sign inside, we remove the brackets, right? Now go to the next one. This is again the same thing. There's the whole number part here, then I write this whole number part minus 6 plus 3. Then here this 1/4, 1 over 4 is a part of this negative also, therefore minus 1 over 4 this one. Here this 1 over 5 is part of this whole positive fraction, therefore 1 over 5 must be positive. 1 over 5. Now wrote in that way. Now after writing in that way, now you can simplify these two. There are two numbers of different size, minus 6 and plus 6, according to the rule of operation of directed number relating to the two numbers of different signs. Addition and subtraction, two numbers of different signs. Two numbers are subtracted, then put the sign the large number here with the answer. Then minus 6, 3, how much? Then subtract these two, as there are two numbers with different signs. Subtract those two. Then 6 minus 3 is 3. Then what is answer will be? Sign of the answer will be the sign of the larger number. Sign of the larger number is minus, therefore answer will be minus 3. Then here you get again the two fractions of different signs, therefore you subtract. Then we are subtracting, what we have to do? According to the rules of operation direct terms. So what we have to subtract the two numbers of different signs. Therefore, two fractions of different signs also must be subtracted. Now to subtract that, we have to find LCM. There's no common denominator here. Then denominators are different. They have to find the common denominator by writing LCM. After finding LCM, 4 and 5, common denominator must be 20. Then you write here minus this one 20. To convert this into 20, multiply this by 5. Multiply this also by 5. To convert this into 20, multiply by 4. Multiply this also by 4. Right. Then write that this fraction will be then 5 over 20. This fraction will be then 4 over 20. Right. Now it's very easy. Now here minus 3. Minus 3. Now out of these two, you have to see which fraction is greater. This 5 over 20 is greater, because these 4 over 20 numerators are the same. Then compare the numerators. See, because this numerator is greater, therefore subtract, because these are two fractions of different signs, therefore subtract according to the rules of addition, subtraction, directed numbers. Then it will be if you subtract 5 and 4, you get 1. 1 is negative because the sign of the larger fraction is negative, therefore 1 over 20. Therefore answer will be, now here there are two fractions of the same sign, negative, therefore add those two together straight away, then get the negative answer, that is negative 3.5, because you know when you add two numbers of the same sign, when you add those subtract the two numbers of the same sign, the two numbers of the same sign are added, then put the same sign as the answer. Here the two numbers -3 and -1 or 20, and they have the two numbers of the same sign. Then they are added and put the same sign negative with the answer. That's what was done here. Now go to the fifth question. Now from the fifth question, several questions are multiplication 5, 6, 7, right? Multiplication of now fractions. Then in multiplications of fractions, we have necessarily, if there are mixed fractions, we have to turn them into improper fractions. As this is a mixed fraction, turn them into improper fractions. 3 times 2, 5, plus 1, 6. 5 negative. I'm sorry. 3 times 2, 6 plus 7. I'm sorry. 3 times 2, 6 plus 7. Sorry, here is 3. I'm sorry. Then next one. Then 7. Here, this one is also, here this fraction is also a mixed fraction. To do the sum, we have to convert that into improper fraction. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2, 9. Right. Then negative. Then there are two fractions of negative signs. Then when you multiply two fractions of negative signs, so when you multiply two fractions of the same sign, answer is always positive. When you multiply two fractions of the same sign, answer is negative. It can be the negative or positive if the fractions have the same sign. Fractions may have negative in both or positive in both, and after multiplying, answer is positive. Then here you get two fractions of the same sign to be multiplied. Therefore, after multiplying, answer must be positive. Now you can determine the sign of the answer even before multiplying by by thinking by the rules of operations of directed numbers that we have done in the first video, right? Okay, now see. Now you can cancel this. 7 and 7 can be cancelled. 3 and 9 can be cancelled. This -3. Then you have got here -1 and -3. What is left is -1 into -3. And we have got two numbers of the same sign to be multiplied. The answer is negative. 1 times 3 is 3. Answer is, so when you have got the same two numbers of the same sign, two numbers of the same negative sign to be multiplied, answer is positive, right? I'm sorry. When you multiply two numbers of the same sign, always answer is positive, right? Go to the next one. Now, next fraction is also mixed fraction. This has to be converted into improper fraction first of all before multiplying. Now we will consider here also you have got a pair of fractions of different signs. When you multiply fractions or numbers of different signs, answer is always negative. That is the principle of, otherwise the rule of multiplication of directed numbers, right? According to the rule of multiplication of directed numbers, when the two numbers are different, such a multiplied, answer is always negative. Now here there are two numbers different. If you multiply these two fractions, the answer must be negative, right? The answer has been, sign of the answer has been determined. You will find the answer right. Now convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction in the first place. If there are mixed fractions in multiplication sum, multiplication question, multiplication problem, always you have to convert that into an improper fraction before any multiplication. That is the principle of multiplying, right? Then 5 times 3, 15 plus 1, 16. 16 over 15, right? Then that is positive, right? Then this one here multiplied by, then 4 times 3, 12. 12 times 12 plus 3 is 15. Very good. That is negative 15. Okay, 4. Now you have to multiply these two fractions of different signs. Then 4 times 1 and 4 times 4, 15 times 1, 15 times 1. Here you will get here plus 4 multiplied by minus 1. You have got two numbers of different signs to be multiplied. After multiplying, the answer is negative. 4 times -1 minus 4. Answer is -4. Now you go to the next one. This is the next, another multiplication problem. 7 times 2. Hey, there are two fractions, two mixed fractions. Therefore, they have to be first converted into improper fractions before multiplying. First one is if first one is converted into improper fraction. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. 16 over 7. Then 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4. So 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 plus 4, 14. Sorry, 14. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 6 is 14. That is 80. 8 times 1. Now here you have got two fractions of the positive signs. Then the signs of both the fractions are positive. So therefore, two fractions of the same sign. If you multiply, answer is always positive. Then here the answer is positive. What is 8 times 1? 8 times 2. Here 7 times 1, 7 times 2. Then ultimately you get 2 times 2, 2 positive 2's to be multiplied. The answer is 4 positive. Okay. Go to next one, 8th one. Now 8th one, there are two mixed fractions to be divided even in division of fractions. If there are mixed fractions, first of all, the very first thing that we have to do is to convert that into improper fraction. Now here you get improper fraction. Here you get mixed fractions, two mixed fractions. First of all, we must convert them into improper fraction. 5 times 4 is 20, 20 plus 2 is 22. This is 5. After converting this into improper fraction, fraction is 22 over 5. Then this one also is converted into improper fraction. Then it will be 10 times 4 is 40, 40 plus 4 is 44, 44 over 10. Then, right here, now it is division. Now you have to convert this division into multiplication. To convert division into multiplication, you turn upside down this fraction after division sign. Always to convert division into multiplication, you have to turn the fraction after division sign upside down. Turn this upside down, right? Then 22 over 5 into then 10 over 44. I turn this fraction after division sign upside down to convert this division into multiplication. That's what I did in this step. Right now, we can now multiply 22 times 1, 22 times 2, 5 times 1, 5 times 2. And then 2 times 1, 2 times 2. Then you get answer 1. Right, positive 1, because two positive fractions have to be divided. When two directed numbers of the same sign are divided, answer is always positive. Here is a situation where the two fractions of the same sign, same positive sign, have to be divided. Therefore answer is positive 1. And in the second case, 9th one, there are two fractions of the same sign, negative, to be divided. Now in this case also that rule of dividing the directed numbers applies. That is, two numbers of the same sign are divided. When two numbers of the same signs are divided, answer is positive. When here the two fractions of the same negative sign, therefore answer will be positive. Then sign of the answer has been determined. Even now to find the answer. Then this one, first of all, in this case, as both the fractions are mixed fractions, they have to be converted into improper fractions in the first place. 4 times 6 is 24, 25, 4 minus and division. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 2, 10. This one 8. Now we have, that is also negative. Now then you have to convert this division into multiplication by turning this fraction after division sign upside down. Then go to this one, 25 over 24. 25 over 24. Then turn the fraction after division sign upside down to convert this division into multiplication. Then you get a negative 8 over 10. Now you multiply. Then you can cancel. And then this 2 times 8 times minus 1, 8 times 3. Then here 5 times 2. And 5 times here what we call 5. Now you get the answers here, minus 5 into minus 1. You get minus 5 into minus 1. And at the bottom you get 3 into 2. 3 into 2. Now you get minus 5 into minus 1. How much? Plus 1. When you two numbers of the same signs are multiplied, answer is positive. Therefore, 5 times minus 5 into minus 1 equals plus 5 over 3 into 2, 6. Fraction is positive because two fractions of different same signs are to be multiplied. Now you go to the next one. Here, this one, you have to divide two mixed fractions of the different signs. Therefore, what we have to do is your answer will be negative because when you divide two numbers of different signs, the answer is negative. Then the sign of the answer can be determined by following the rule of dividing of directed numbers. Then rule of dividing directed numbers. By the rule of dividing directed numbers, you can determine the sign of the answer even to find the answer. Now, in this case, also the first fraction is a positive mixed fraction. Convert that into a improper fraction. Then 5 times 3, 15 plus 3, 18 over 5. Then division -1, then this 1 3 over 15, you have to convert that also into a improper fraction. Then 15 times 1 plus 3, that is 18 over 15. Now what you have to do is that is negative, you have to convert this multiplication into convert this division into multiplication. Then it will be 18 over 5 into, turn this fraction after division sign upside down, then you get 15 over 18 this way. Then you can cancel 18, then 18, 1, 1, 5 times 1, 5 times -3, right? Then you get the answer. Here you get 1 into -3, 1 into 1, answer will be -3, it's correct. See, two fractions of different signs are divided according to the rule of dividing directed numbers. When two numbers of different signs are divided, answer is negative. That's why the answer can be negative. Here these two fractions together are have different signs, right? Okay, now today's video is that's all. Then before finish the video, I want to tell you, because tomorrow also I am doing this is the last video on directed numbers. I have covered entire gamut of the topic of directed numbers. Then you have all the resources necessary to understand what directed numbers and their operations in this series of videos. Now it's altogether there are 5 videos. Then watch all these 5 videos. Subscribe the channel, share the videos, and share the videos and comment on, and subscribe the channel and stay the channel. We are meeting tomorrow also with an interesting video. Until that, thank you. Goodbye.